Welcome back to the channel, and today we got 6 brand new knives to check out, and we got some absolute bangers here. First up, we have a great 5th pocket carry. This is the TRIVISA Andromeda. Sorry, I can't do it because of my gimp thumb. And it reminds me a lot of the VV Baby Banter. They're pretty much the exact same length. You just have a little bit more belly on the Andromeda. This will be a great 5th pocket carry knife. It is ridiculously smooth. Super, super smooth. Let's see if I can do it. Yep. If anybody was on the live stream, that's the same gimp thumb. It won't close up. But you have 14C 28N coated blade on this one. You can also get it in non-coated. And this is G10. You can also get it in micarta. It's peel ply G10, inset stainless steel liners, reversible wire pocket clip. Yeah, I tell you what, I carried this one yesterday, and this thing's pretty darn cool. Very, very easy to carry, and something you'd totally forget about in the pocket. If you like smaller knives, 5th pocket carry knives, then you might like this one. I can still, with my medium-sized hands, if I get all the way up on it, I can get a 4-finger grip on it. But anybody with large, extra large hands, this would be a 3-finger. They even got the sharpening tool right on this one, something that TRIVISA seems to struggle with a lot, and they did a good job with it. You got good access to that lock bar because it's a little cut out. If you're interested in any of the knives I showed today, check in the description. I will have links to everything that is available. Some of these knives I don't think are out yet, but this particular knife is, and a few of the other ones I'm about to show. Next, we have another TRIVISA. This is the TRIVISA Delphinus. This one comes in around $48. You have G10 scales with the scalloping all the way around the scales. It looks kind of nice. They have other colors as well. They had one, which I thought that's the one they were sending me, that was a multicolored G10. So the scalloping looks really cool. You have a front flipper and thumb studs. Both of them work great. That front flipper is sitting above the top of the scales, so you can do the complete roll around without losing contact over it. You can do the reach around. And then, of course, in true TRIVISA fashion, you have that bulky tip. That thing is wicked. Definitely gonna be a good piercer. I'm sure everybody knows how thin the tip is on a Spyderco Power 3 or even Power 2. It's even thinner than the Power 3. Look at that. That is extremely pokiness right there. Definitely a wicked little blade. TRIVISA loves making those extremely pointy knives. Now, it does have a forward choil. I can choke up on it, but it's not really that big, so it's probably not going to fit most people's hands all that well. You do have a deep carry clip, but it's not really sitting deep carry because they put it way down here, so you got about that much of the knife sticking out of the pocket. Good lockup. Access to the lock bar is good. It's got smooth action. It is riding on bearings. And I can show you a reverse flick. That's about it. But my thumb's too gimp to do a regular. I can do it with my left hand easily. I've never been able to. I can even front flip it left-handed. 14C 28N blade. This black G10 one has a stonewash finish on it. That's why I think I may have told them to send me this one, because I like their stonewash finish a lot. I'm not a big fan of their satin. It's usually pretty wonky looking, but overall I love their stonewash, and I like their black wash finishes as well. I think they're putting out some nice quality stuff at good price points, at least in my opinion. 48 bucks, I think this is well worth it. Well, a lot of y'all know about the Kunwu Pulsar, and I absolutely love the knife, but people with large, extra large hands, some of them said this was a little too small for them. You can still choke up, which should fit everybody's hands, but they wanted something bigger. Well, now we have the XL Pulsar. This thing is a beast. The first thing I noticed right out of the box is the Omega springs on mine are perfect. I was kind of worried because the ones that came on this one were the lighter ones, and they have stronger ones in the box. So I was kind of worried this one would be hindered by that a good bit. However, this one has got perfect tension on those Omega springs. You can choke up on this one as well. And it's not a huge knife, but compared to the regular size, let's go pivot to pivot. I mean, look at that. That's a pretty big difference. If you go butt to butt, look how long it is compared to the original. Just feels substantial in the hand. It's impressive what Kunwu gives you for the money. They're heat treating their stuff properly. Beautiful crown spine on this one. Effective jimping up here. This is an excellently dialed. Look at that. Crossbar lock. Works great. I have the one with the orange peel texture on the tie. And even though I love the diamond texture, aesthetically, that's my choice. This texture, just because of my hands and, you know, my nerve damage in my hands, the stronger texture like this sometimes irritates my hands bad, and I won't carry it because of that. So I'm kind of glad I got this particular version. They did send this in for review, and I plan on testing this one out. It is still in LMAX steel, and it's, like I said, they heat treat their stuff properly. I'm not sure if that's a Timascus pivot collar or just an etched tie. Kind of looks like Timascus because I see the different colors. Only thing I noticed on this after carrying it for a couple of days is the pocket clip. Even though it fit my pants, it's not going to fit thick pants at all. I don't know. Let me see if that's the same. Yeah, it looks like it's a little, you have a little bit less room on the XL, which, you know, I don't mind that much, like I said, because it went in my pants pockets nicely. And with such a chunk of a knife, you're definitely going to want it to hold that knife in there good. So I'm not upset about the thinner pocket. I mean, the less space underneath there. I don't have any thick pants that won't fit underneath there, because we don't really ever have hardly any cold weather here in Louisiana. So blade is perfectly centered. You got that geared back spacer. Yeah, super excited about this one. And it even has the little plate right here for whenever, if you want to swap the clip around, you won't have that extra hole. Next one I was super excited about, and yeah, I see what everybody was saying. We have the brand new Kershaw Bel-Air. This thing is awesome. You have the nickel Cerakoted aluminum scales. It's kind of like an off-whitish grayish color. You have like a bronzish crossbar thing right here, and your back spacers have like a bronze coating on them, and they're probably Cerakoted as well. The action on this thing is remarkable. Beautiful drop point, black wash blade, magna cut steel, and it's made in the US, and it's like 160 bucks, 65, something like that. Come on, this is gonna be a game changer for them, and it's gonna, for me, it's gonna knock out the Hogue Deca, and it's probably gonna knock out the Benchmade Bug Out. I mean, for the price tag and what you're getting here, these two can't really compete. You know, if you like one of these better, one of these two, nothing wrong with that. For me though, this one has a little bit more style to it. You got, you know, not your plastic scales that come on this one. The Hogue Deca, you can get it with this G-Mascus or whatever, but it just doesn't, I don't know. It doesn't really have any wildness to it. Maybe it's just because this one's brand new. That could be the case. And I love the fact you got that full flat grind. Look at that action. Ball bearings in that pivot. Now, the only thing I noticed, and it's not easy, like I can flip it out, but it takes a lot of pressure. And I thought it would be a lot easier to flip out because this thing just comes out like a rocket. And I think it's just because it's dialed in nicely, and that crossbar lock paired with bearings makes it just glide so nicely. They gave you a deep carry clip right there. Wish they would have inset that clip into the scales, but at least it's rounded over there in the front, so it should be fine. Your screws are countersunk, and it is reversible. Yeah, Kershaw needs to keep up the great work. They've been knocking it out of the park lately. I just bought another Kershaw that I thought looked really interesting. I like their D2 stuff as well. Actually, I got two Kershaws that should be showing up anytime now. So that is the Kershaw Bel-Air. Stay tuned for the review on this. I am pumped about this one. We have the Kizer Banish. And I was excited. I saw this one on Instagram on Jacob Lundquist's page. This is the same size. I think it has a slip joint that he did like this. And you have a blade hole, front flipper, canvas micarta scales, and just watch how snappy this thing is. It makes a thwack sound. You have that sway back pattern, 154 cm, black blade. I'm sure they'll do other variations as well. Button lock, and that signature arrow that he has. Reversible deep carry, pocket clip. And right now I can't really use tip of my thumb, but this thing is nice and smooth. You can do the, whoop, I did it last night. Let's see. You can do the reach around. You can do the, slipping off the Band-Aids. Very, very snappy action on these. Great, another great fifth pocket carry knife. Let's see what it is next to the Andromeda. It's a little bit smaller than Andromeda. Like I said, if you like fifth pocket carry knives or you just like small knives in general, this one is definitely going to be for you. I'm not sure when these drop. I don't think they're out yet, but I will either put it up here or I will let y'all know whenever they do drop. This next one, I think it's awesome that Kizer's doing something like this. And this is the Kizer MOMO. MOMO. So what you have is you have aluminum scales, and they did two different colors. You have black here and gray aluminum. It's like a gunmetal gray up here in the bolster area. So on both sides, you have a mill tie clip. I'm guessing that's a tie backspacer and a high front flipper, so it's very easy to manipulate. And look at that thing. This thing is big. It reminds me of that Tops Frog knife or whatever it's called, that fixed blade. This thing's a beast. Let me show you. The Ontario Rat one is a big knife as well, but just look at that. Pivot to pivot. And if you go butt to butt, let me back it up some. So it's a beast. The Momo's blade is coming in at 4.1 inches, 154 cm, beautiful satin finish. Even though it's got way more belly than I usually go for, I absolutely love this one. I bet you this would be great in the kitchen. I don't know if that's what it was intended for, but you have that edge that sits below the scales. So whenever I'm holding it in this pinch grip, cutting stuff on a flat surface, I can get all the way to the back of that edge, which I love. Another one that has a micro fine tip. Look at this tip. You definitely gonna not want to do any kind of prying with this. I wonder if it's thinner than the Delphinus or whatever it's called. Let's see. Look, about the same. Very, very bulky tips on these. Sorry, I had to do it for all the trolls out there. Yeah, exciting offering. Especially, I'm sure that these will come in a pretty nice, price range. I'm sure they won't be too crazy. And I'm excited. This was a design from Vladimir Legachev. I'm guessing it's probably, is it Russian? I don't know. Sorry, Vladimir, if I'm butchering your name and if I'm getting it wrong. But I love your design. This is a very big knife. If you like big knives, you got big hands, or you just like me and you like big knives, then you're going to love the Momo. I love the name, the Momo. Decently thin. You can look right here. You can see how thin it is. We'll see how this thing slices when I do my testing on it. Beautiful, beautiful action. I don't expect anything less. And sorry for that GIMP flip. My thumb's just not cooperating. And lastly, if you're into flashlights and you didn't catch this review, this is the Nitecore EDC33. This has become my favorite EDC flashlight to date. So if you didn't check this video out and you like flashlight content, do me a favor, give this a watch and let me know what you think. If you don't think I should do any more flashlight content, y'all can let me know that down in the comments. I got 2 other flashlight videos coming, but like I said, if they don't get watched, I just won't accept flashlights anymore for a review. But like I said, regardless if y'all watch it or not, this thing's awesome. Go see what it can do and see why this has become my favorite EDC flashlight. Well, that'll do it for today's video. Like I said, if any of these interest you, they will be linked down in the description if they are available. And do me a solid, go check out my review on the Nitecore EDC33. I hope every one of y'all is having an absolute amazing day. I will see y'all on the next one. Peace.